Well, summer has begun. It's really hot in here, and you know what that means. It's time to grade your entries and see who won the Whenever the Hell contest, number 4. We still haven't fixed the AC here, can you believe that? Anyway, roll footage.
So now that I've finally managed to railroad 9 people besides myself to vote on who is undeniably the better reviewer, it's time to show you who won. The scoring system, unchanged since the second contest, is simple. Judges watch all the entries, they pick their top 5 out of the litter, their first placer gets 5 points, their second placer gets 4 points, third gets 3 points, fourth gets 2 points, and their fifth placer gets a single point. All entries' points are then tallied, and after 10 judges, the scores are added up and the entry that got the most points wins. So let me start with judge number 1's scores before we get on with the reactions to your entries. Here are the first 15 points awarded out of an eventual 150. We'll be adding the other 9 judges' scores as we go through the entries in alphabetical order. Yes, alphabetical because there were 34 entries, so it's easier to keep track of this way. Now, with me today are the Game Boob.
Hello, my dinguses.
And some British guy.
Afro Blue, damn it.
Afro Blue.
Thank you. Hello, by the way.
So anyhow, let's just get to the entries, shall we?
Alright, where do I begin with this game? Not that it's bad, but it's actually one of the most obscure PS2 games you can ever find. And later ported to North America by Eidos under the short-lived Fresh Games label. Now, keep in mind, the gameplay video here isn't mine. It was made by YouTube user White Khakis. That's right, every stage is just the same thing. All you do is just suck the blood and complete the stage, and it's the same thing for 8 stages straight. It gets very boring. It's the same thing, and it's boring. It was very boring, and you're doing the same thing. The gameplay is very boring, and if it wasn't for the replay value, like stage select, etc., you get bored of this. This is one of the most bizarre boss fights of the 3. It's the same thing, and it's boring. This is one of the most bizarre boss fights of the 3. It's the same thing, and it's boring. But it is a good game to have to your collection, and if you can find any copies, then it'll be worth it to have. That's about it for my review. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully this was good.
Hopefully it's good indeed. Yeah, 1Sam234. You didn't captivate me, I'm sorry. It ran probably a little too long for what you wrote, and it's clearly done in one take. You?
I would just add to that, work on the diction, and you had a bit of a stammer there. Also, you kept saying it's boring. Try to find a different word to use for boring. And then, after all of that, you said there was a good game and to add it to the collection. A boring game does not make for a good game.
And you?
My thing is that it feels at time with the commentary that it's a let's play than an actual review, and I think the reason why that is towards the beginning you mentioned that you took the footage from somebody else's. Now, for that I do appreciate the honesty, but overall you ended up producing a very mediocre review. Not good, not bad, just mediocre.
Again, the positives, you're honest. The negatives, you didn't really put too much work into it, and it shows. Alright.
The game Advance recommended. What's so great about Spelunk?
Wait, this reminds me of something.
Hey kid!
What?
I'm a computer! Stop all the downloading!
I read a lot of reviews online. Everyone seems to hate the game. I also read on Wikipedia that it got remixed in sequels to Japan. It's never came to the US, probably because it's not popular here. What's funny is the guy who made it was an American guy called Tim Martin and 2 other guys.
Well, they made a clear effort with the animation, but I couldn't understand a damn word they were saying.
I wouldn't say they made a clear effort on the animation either. I mean, it's just squiggly lines. And another thing that really annoys me about this review is it goes 5 minutes of animation and then at the end, you know, screw it, we're just going to write a text review after all. Bad. Bad, boys.
I'd like to talk about maybe one of my more favorite video game franchises. So, this is going to be a positive review. Sort of. So the game that I'm talking about is the third installment of the Shadow Hearts series. Shadow Hearts 3, From a New World. I don't know if you can read backwards. I don't know, maybe you can send line go. Maybe you will, I don't know.
Here's a basic summary.
You get the point. On to the next one.
Killer Instinct, uno de los clásicos de la época de los 90. Podríamos resumirlo en uno de los juegos más sobresalientes de la época del SNES. Es bien sabido que este juego desarrollado por Rare tuvo una fuerte influencia de la juventud que gozaba de juegos de pelea como Street Fighter o Mortal Kombat. Pero primero, una pequeña historia. A principios de los 90, Nintendo ya estaba anunciando su sucesora de la SNES.
A principios de los años 90,
Otra de las características era que podías ejecutar un movimiento final cuando la barra de energía de tu rival está lo suficientemente baja. Estos podrían ser los No Mercy, o Asalieri, como quieran llamarlos, y Humiliation, el cual obliga a tu oponente a bailar.
So, what'd you think?
No habla español.
Mira, Ariel Luigi, buena información. Lo que pasa es que tu hablado es medio, no sé, tenés que pausar y darle un poco más énfasis a tus palabras. Se lo paso al siguiente.
It was a good solid entry, made all the rule requirements, and yeah, thanks for the extra effort on the subtitles as well.
Yeah.
First, to begin with, I apologize for my horrible Spanish there. But anyways, with your review there, that I thought I was very well informed, and that in spite of the fact that what turned out to be maybe muddy speaking of the language, and of course like the subtitles itself, I thought that it was well informed and also funny as well, where you didn't linger too long on the gags. They were quick and fast. So
Okay.
I liked it. It was a very good review.
Bueno, te deseo buena suerte, señor.
A RPG tale? That good grammar be.
Jesus Christ, what a long intro. Let's fast forward that for you.
Hello everyone. Now this is Toddless. This is like a magic dungeon rogue area. This is where you do all your level grinding.
Gee, thanks for thrusting us into the game without telling us what it is.
You'll have your support team here and your party members scattered around. You can ask about your current state on the level.
Well, to be honest with you, the video quality sucks, we can barely make out what you're saying, and there's absolutely no structure to this.
And check everyone's status. You'll find a door here that'll take you to where you can fuse personas.
Once again, this video comes off as being not so much a review as a playthrough. It's obvious that you're recording it off of your television screen or computer monitor or what have you, and you're just commentating on what have you. We want an actual review here, not just you commentating on what the heck is going on.
Yeah, I'm not so sure you're even commentating here. I'm really not sure what exactly you were going for.
Joel Hodgson, what do you think?
It stinks!
What is this? How did my mail get in my room? It's like I planned it to get there. Video game cartridge and letter. Oh, I think I know what this is. Dear Nostalgia Video Gamer 2, please leave me alone. Signed, James, A.G.N., a.k.a. MF Mike. The first world we're introduced to is called Atlantis. Now these are like underwater type themed levels. But these levels are actually the easiest in the game. But it's just the game showing us what we have to do for the rest of the worlds that we go into. We have to bring this ball from point A to point B without it being destroyed by the enemies. I like the music in this level too. It's actually nice and calm and it fits really well. Just take a listen.
Not a whole lot going on there.
No, dude. It distracts the player a lot. And it just doesn't fit.
So if our reactions didn't clue you in, love the sketch. The review,
Yeah, I've got to agree with that. The skit was awesome. Absolutely loved that. The review was just mediocre. Technically, everything was there, just didn't have any kind of oomph or, pow behind it.
Yeah, basically, it's like one of those where it's basically you're just cooking yourself a good meal here, but instead of adding something to really spice it up, it's just plain. So, I mean, everything, like I said, the thing is good, the intro is hilarious, but it just because it's so funny, it didn't live up to it.
Yeah. Well, let's see how you do.
What can I say about the PlayStation 1?
Well, what can't you say about the PlayStation?
It has graphics
and controllers.
You got your Final Fantasies, you got your Crash Bandicoot, your Twisted Metal, Silent Hill, Tomb Raider, Metal Gear Solid, Medal of Honor, and so on and so on and so on.
Well, what can't you say about Wonka candies?
You've got your Sweet Tots, and your Gobstoppers, and your Laffy Taffy, and your Nuts.
Either way, the game was a big success to the critics and the general consumers. Game Informer went so far as to call it one of the most important games of all time.
You quoted Game Informer?
Off Wikipedia?
Resident Evil did so well that they even had an updated remake on the GameCube, which many people find superior to the original. On September 25th, 1997, another version of Resident Evil was released, titled Resident Evil Director's Cut.
I don't want to spend too much time on this one. Didn't like it. Put me to sleep. Yeah, don't quote Wikipedia.
One thing that bothered me is that throughout the review you kept saying many people find. I think that's, if anything, just an unfair generalization regarding popularity of a game. Didn't like the review, man.
Too formulaic, completely uninteresting, sounded more like a fact sheet than a review.
Okay. Next. Actually, not next. That's all the time we have thanks to YouTube's 15-minute limit, so there's your first 7 entries out of 34. Let me close the first video with our second judge's votes, and the current tally. In part 2, we continue down our list alphabetically, as we've been doing. I believe you'll also see quite a contrast. Well, thanks for watching, and see you in a few, dear viewers.